Hello retro super duper people. This is time for another news update about what's going on in the retro community. My voice is still not completely perfect, but let's not waste any more time with that. Alright, first of all, I would like to say thanks to everyone who went to the chat last Sunday. We are also doing it tonight at 7 PM UK time. We were lucky enough to have Mark joining us, who has been the high score keeper of Frogger for about 20 years. You've probably seen him if you saw Chasing Ghosts. Really a nice person, and I hope to talk to him some more. Let's see, yeah, we have some, I've gathered what I see as the most popular tags these days, so just so you won't miss out on any. It can be good for your channel to make a response to any of these, but yeah, maximumRD made a very interesting tag. I think he got it from some forum community somewhere, but maybe Atari Age. I think he's very fond of that place. But let's see, he modified it a bit, and it says, system you bought for one specific game, and I will obviously put all these as links below. So like if you went out and you saw a game for you know, like if you saw Super Mario and that was like the only reason why you wanted a NES, and then think about it, and because it could be a really good one to pound upon. So think about it and see if you bought any of those, any consoles or computer or anything, just for one specific game. Marlinlee also made a very interesting tag. He said it's called Now That I Think About It. It's all about, most of us retro gamers are a bit, we're not kids anymore. So when we were kids, we didn't have as much money as we do now, and we couldn't afford as many spending on computers. So some of us, we had to choose. Me as an example, I went for the Sega instead of buying Nintendo and and it all had some kind of consequences to the games, which game selection I could get, what kind of games. Some bought maybe a computer instead of a console, and just think about what consequences it has. Now that you are able to buy these systems, and probably have bought a lot of other systems from back then, it's a good tag. I'm not sure I'm really describing it well enough, because it is a bit complicated, but it's a really good tag, and I probably will try and answer it myself later in my own blog. Okay, and the last tag for this time around is Steve. He's called XDX. He will be below as well. He's made a high score challenge in River Raid. They are starting off at the Atari 2600. It's okay if you play on an emulator. When we chatted last week, like everyone had been playing River Raid all night. I guess it's a fun game, and I've been going on eBay now to find it. It's yeah, it looks like really fun, and a lot of people are playing it, just like when we used to play Frogger from yeah. Alright, enough with the tags. SteveBenway has been interviewed by tipsandinfo. It's a pretty long interview. It's got 4 parts, and I will put the links below. It's quite interesting. You listen to about how he came to have this great collection of computers and video games that he does. I will. Let's see now. Let's do the shout out now. I have one shout out, not that I usually will be doing shout out, I think, but I have a really good shout out because Mark Robichek, or however it's pronounced, the guy with the frog high score, we actually convinced him into making a YouTube channel, and it would be really great if people would start adding him, so we could get more into the if people get like if you could come more into the retro games, because he's a really good gamer, and it would be interesting to see him beat high scores and stuff, just to see. Yeah. So a shout out to Mark. His user is called M Robichek, and I will link. Last but not least, let's take a look at. Let's see if I can do this. It's something called Pick-a-Pick. It's I just need the right here. It's a very nice web page for handheld LCD games. So let's have a look at it. See if I can capture it on here. I think I am. Let's see. If we do like this, that should. All right. See. I guess it's this guy who's just showing his collection, but you're able to play them. It's really great. Now look, I can pick whatever. I'm just gonna go with Terminator, and here we are. It's loading, and you know you can play it. You probably can't see it from the screen, but it's a like perfect picture on it, and let's just play. And it's got the sounds to it. It's got, let's just press start, or I can press button 3. And well, and I'm not sure you could hear it in the background, but it's got the sounds. It's really cool. I love LCD games. So that's definitely something I will try and do on this channel, is showing you links outside YouTube community. But anyway, last but not least, I hope to see you in the chat tonight at retrogamersunited.com. It's at 7 p.m. So stay retro.